Let's go ahead and get started. Map here. All right. So real fast recap. You guys have been tasked overall by the council to come to the Acklower Swamp and investigate the base of operations. It seems to be for the Slod that have been attacking the town and the greater Halrua region. Upon coming here, you encountered some grung. The grung kind of pointed you in a general direction towards where some of the Slod have been operating from, and you guys discovered an encampment as well as a group of Slod that had been carrying a group of slaves or captors of some kind. After dispatching the Slods, you have begun rescuing the captors. Captees? I feel like I'm saying the wrong word. At any rate, and that is where we left off last week. Quick question. How long do your summoned beasts last, Rain? Is it an hour?
1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mikey? It's going good, dude.
It's
okay.
Vibrating.
That seems not good.
Yeah, let's see. Yes.
He's stuck in cover.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys doing in the aftermath of your battle here?
Let's go to search the hut.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Said last week I wanted to search too. Should I help him or independent?
You can make 2 checks, or he can roll with advantage. Actually, no, let's make it 2 checks for this, because you're kind of like separately investigating. All right, there's not much in there. It's relatively empty. It strikes you as a bit odd that the Slod seems to have had a more extravagant abode. You're not really sure if this is like something that they've taken over. You find like a few scraps of like pieces of flesh and little splinters of bone here and there, but apart from that, it's empty.
I start poking Zorkos like rapidly, like hey! You should check the green guy. Check the green guy.
Where is the green guy? He's all the way up there? Alright, let's go check him. Maybe he has something on him. I'll give you guidance!
Alright, make a separate investigation check. Let me just check one thing.
Does the Slod wear pants?
Yeah, right? Where are you putting your hands?
What does that
It's
matter?
Weird. That might not be a pocket. Your hand's brown.
Oh boy.
He has a staff that seems to be, from the limited interaction that you had with him, it seemed like what he was using as a spellcasting focus. It doesn't seem particularly special with your experience in magic and magical items. You would guess that it's just a pretty standard spellcasting focus, but apart from that, he has nothing on his body.
Zerk, if you want this.
put in the bag of holding for now.
I loudly whispered to Zorkris, I think we should help Wilro save the slaves.
Thought they were all dead.
They're not dead, are they? Did they die?
No.
Well, we left them for dead.
If they had it coming, we shouldn't have been captured.
Oh.
Amanda, I know where your head's going with that.
Thank you for knowing me so well.
So I put the staff in the bag.
So you said this pit?
I will join you at this pit.
Anybody down there?
I'm there to help too.
Rosera kind of peeks over. Well, a little close to the edge there, but she's curious. Do we see anything?
Yeah, going around and checking out all the pits, you find a few people in each one.
Ooh.
Same as the first one that Wilrose had investigated last week. There's a variety of, like 4 to 6 in each one of grung and humans.
Hey, Shin, fly down and rescue these people. You could fly.
Keep your pits.
Right. Okay. Let's go. All right. So I'm riding my broom and down there. Wait, where am I going though?
All these little pits.
These little
have a couple
pits.
People in
All right.
them.
Yeah, there are 3 pits total.
All right. So I'll go with the one where everyone's looking at right now. I'm going down there.
All right. The people are eager to get out, and for the sake of expediency, I'm not going to drag all the tokens on the board, but it takes you a few minutes because you're with the weight limit. You're only able to carry 1 or 2 at a time.
Right.
But it takes you a few minutes to get them all up. But eventually, you get up and you've got a small crowd of humans, mostly humans, and there's 4 or 5 grung mixed in.
Okay.
Going to humans. Where did they take you from?
One of them steps forward. We live here in Halrua. Most of us are from outlying villages. I must thank you for saving us, but he kind of turns and looks towards a couple people behind him. We need you to kill us.
Okay.
What?
Excuse me?
Rose steps over. Have you been
Okay.
poisoned?
I do not know. I have been here for many days now. I've lost count. I don't know how long, but I have seen others come and go, and so far it seems as though they have done something to transform us into them. And he kind of trails off and then gives a nod towards one of the bodies lying near.
Now you're certain that's what you want.
Did they probe you?
What happened?
I don't know. Many of us were brought here unconscious. I don't know if it's magic or what else it may be. If it's a disease, I do not know. But whatever it is, we cannot endanger our own people.
Can we take a look at it first?
Yeah, can we diagnose before we...
Or we just cut your head off? Seems a little drastic, you know?
What can be done? Are you familiar with this magic or sickness or whatever it may be?
Would anybody here know this?
Still a mystery to us how it works.
Hold on. Erixus, while this is going on, Erixus is like counting on his fingers. He looks at Shin. He looks at the people in the pit. He looks to Shin. He looks at the people in the pit. And says, "Wait." He points at Shin and goes, "Unclean!" No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, how did they infect you? Did they stab you? Did they stab you with a thing? You know, the thing on the hand.
Whoa. She's completely dumbfounded.
I don't know how many ways I can say that I don't know, but I have no idea. We have all been attacked. We all have wounds. It only seems to be a few people every few days. I don't know if it's some sort of magic that they possess, or if we are slowly succumbing to disease.
Are there grung in this pit?
Yeah, there's 4 grung.
Erixus starts probing into their minds, just like knocking on the doors and asking
What?
what they know about the slots and their ability to turn things into others.
Can they I forget, can they respond to you even though they can't speak your language?
Yes, so we ruled that it opens up a two-way channel. Whether I want it to or not, if I communicate, it opens up a two-way channel and they can respond. With the language part, I don't know if we ever covered though. But whatever I'm communicating gets through. I don't know if we've ever covered the language piece.
Right, because it operates outside of... You can communicate without language, so... I would say that they can respond in kind. I think that's what we had originally planned on.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to share language with the creature for it to understand you.
All right. Yeah, so I'm asking if I'm specifically asking if they know anything about the mechanism. Like, how do they turn you into them? Help me help you, help my friend here. And I point at Shin again.
One of the grung looks at you and kind of makes eye contact, a bit surprised at being able to understand you in whatever manner this is.
Got a little feedback.
Yeah.
You get a response, and it doesn't really seem to have any idea. It thinks that that this all is like some form of magic, it seems.
Erixus nod knowingly.
Kill them now?
He just walks over to Shin, puts his hand on his shoulder, and says, "Well, I'm really gonna miss you." And then just kind of walks away. No, but Erixus will explain to everyone what I asked and what the response was. That they think it's magic.
Wilros would ask the commoner, so do you think there's no other alternative but death?
Unless you possess some sort of magic that could free us from this or guarantee that it won't happen.
Well, there are no guarantees in life.
I don't know if such
Only
thing is
death.
possible.
We don't know what it is though, so we can't I don't know if it's a
What
remove
if
curse
we
or
tried a little bit of I don't know if detect. No, I don't know if detect magic. Right?
No, I mean, Wilros, Zorkris has detect magic, but I don't know.
but it's probably not magic.
Right?
Or I mean,
Herbs,
it
right?
may not be magic.
Right, we don't know, right? Could be magic disease.
Does anybody look more like sickly or messed up than anybody else?
They all look pretty roughed up. You can see some
Who looks
open
the worst
wounds.
in here?
A few of them look pretty emaciated. They look like they've been starved for however many days they've been here. They all look like they're in fairly rough shape. The freshest people are probably the ones that you kind of vaguely recognize from seeing the day before being paraded in here. But they all look pretty rough.
Medicine check on their wounds and stuff to see if it looks like weirdly infected and weird colors or some shit.
Sure, give me a medicine check.
Well,
I mean, you can pretty easily see there's surface wounds and general poor health, the same as anybody else, but that's about the extent of what you can gather.
Tell them if they want to die, go back in the hole. If you want to go home, go home.
Wilbros says, whoa. I mean, we're not sending these infected back to Halra. You saw what happened at the
Do
the
you
barracks.
think we could bring them back in containment and they could study them there?
Quarantine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's either that or
Sure.
the alternative, as he unsheaths his sword.
Told them, jump in the hole.
Wow.
I'll put them in
okay, I vote for quarantine.
I think they should have the option. Quarantine, if they want to live.
Just starts poking Zorkris and says, "Hey, idiot! Why don't you call the wizard? Get him here.
If I had spells, I would.
Why don't we short rest? Get some
Oh,
spells."
I do have spells. I could do that. Who should
That
I
might be-
message? Should I rush this Raleigh? Is she in charge or Zaldor?
Alathorn.
Zalathor.
Zalthorn doesn't care.
No.
What about
Here.
what about the guy who could teleport here?
Wait, didn't the council send us here?
Yeah.
This is probably a big piece of intel if we know that people are turning into these things, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
why-
it would
I thought
affect
we already
all
knew
of
that.
them eventually.
yeah.
So, but we have fresh people that we found captured.
that
I'm going to send a message out.
Okay, what are you saying?
Hey, it's Zorkis. We raided a Slod base camp. Found survivors. Sending them back to be quarantined. See ya soon. Later.
There's a pause. Thank you. Any other info would be appreciated.
Zorkris, you should probably tell them what they might turn into.
We're gonna. I think we should pull out. I'm sure between any of us, we could find some parchment and some writing utensil. I think we should write like a note with these guys, like a doctor's note, and just explain like what is going on and tell them to present this to the gate, and the people at the gate will bring them to Zaldorn. Like, I don't know, something like that. Like, we need to give them, because I mean, we were questioned at the gate, right? So we need to give them some kind of thing to say that they could go in and to go directly to Zalathorn, and then just like put information on that for what their, what their symptoms are, what they've claimed, and everything like that.
what if they turn on the way and accidentally kill each other?
Well, shit happens.
Nah.
I mean, we can escort them, but we need to rest. I mean, I need to rest. What time is it then?
It's about midday-ish.
And we just rested, right? I mean, we could escort them back.
Did we short rest?
Yeah.
Did we? We long rested before we came here.
Yeah, I don't
No,
remember short resting.
No, you said we just rested, so I thought we short rested, but
No, I was
No, the
referring to the
long
long
rest.
rest. I mean, we long rested and came here in the morning.
I would
We've only
recommend
been awake for like 3 hours, probably.
We're gonna escort these people back, because if we're gonna escort these people back, I would recommend we short rest and get some spell slots back.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I mean, short resting for me doesn't matter, but yeah,
I think he
Was
has
it one
spells
inspiration
back,
back?
so.
I didn't use any.
Well,
It was a bad
who knows what we're going
battle
to
for real roast.
encounter? Yeah, who knows what we'll encounter? So, or if they start turning or something, they might need everything. They might get their wish and get murdered.
Alright, so we'll take a short rest. We have to go to the Grung first to get our reward.
That sounds fine to
Because-
Rosera.
Are they on the way?
Yeah, well, they're right here in the swamp.
Yeah, yeah. Did we check the lean-tos and everything as well, or?
I don't think you've really given a full sweep of things yet.
Will Roast isn't going to be checking.
Why not? Are you scared?
No, he's hyper-focused on getting these things, getting these people, or whatever they are, back to town.
I'll ask
Are
them
rich people-
again.
I can
you
check.
willing-
Yeah.
Are you willing to go into quarantine, or do you want us to dispatch you now?
Will Roast unsheathes one more time.
I mean, if there was a way to ensure we could be safely returned, then of course we would want to live, but how can we be certain?
Oh, nothing would like.
If you turn, we'll kill you right away.
Yeah,
it's
you-
pretty safe.
We're murderers. We'll have no problem
Good
if we
hand.
start to turn.
Do you have any
I
idea?
mean-
You
I mean,
killed-
look at this mess. Look at this mess around you. We would have no problem.
Bear in mind, there's about 15 of them.
Tino.
That's a lot.
So if they all turn at the same time,
Well, we would recall though seeing the ones from the barracks or whatever, the military hospital or whatever it was that we were at. Didn't they come out as human and then like fall over and then turn into these things?
That's what it seemed like, yeah.
So I mean, we would, I think, be well prepared enough to like be on the lookout that if if these guys so much as cough the wrong way,
hmm
Vorpal glaive coming hot.
yeah, I mean we'd have to be no
I mean,
hesitation.
yeah, we would be on like high alert in terms of these things. Like, and Will Roast for sure is on high alert with these things, with these people.
Is there anybody in here that looks tough? Like they could actually fight?
Will Roast
human.
pumps his chest.
Yeah, only infected and older.
Quite a few of the human men and women are, you know, they look like they're probably farmers or something. They got some muscle on them. They don't look extremely weak, but I mean, apart from the fact that they've been, you know, starved for who knows how many days and they're a bit wounded, but nobody really looks like, you know,
Don't look
a
battle-ready.
hardy adventurer or anything.
Gotcha. I guess I would pick somebody that looks like they're at least somebody who could at least maybe kill another person, another commoner, and single them out and hey, I want to try an experiment.
Uh-oh.
You up for it? It won't hurt.
A woman steps forward. I suppose, is this to heal us?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's it's worth a try.
it's not gonna not heal you.
Well, it could potentially not heal, but oh well.
Well-
And I'm gonna try on this person.
Any chance is better than certain death.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'm gonna do lesser restoration on this person. Which, you touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
And what are you commanding to leave?
If there is a disease.
Do you have to specify?
Yeah, so I figured this would come up. I've done a bit of research on this.
Okay.
Oh man.
I figured this would come up.
If there's
Love it.
something specific you want to target in regards to a disease, you can do that. But you can't just generally, constantly cast Restoration on anybody and cast out any disease that's afflicting them that happens to be there when you cast it. So you have to have a target
Not
for
just
the spell.
antibiotics.
Yeah,
You have to
essentially.
know what it is.
Yes. Or at least have a symptom or something to target. Like if somebody,
Oh,
did
sorry,
have a
lady,
bad
you're
cough.
screwed.
Well, what do they have anything we could identify as a symptom, like these wounds and things, or is that a stretch?
The wounds
Does the
seem
same
pretty
imply-
superficial.
Go ahead, sorry.
And you would know from when Shin and Wilros were wounded. I think they both did medicines checks, and they were unable to determine anything. Yeah, it seemed like normal wounds. They were just scratch marks, and
Okay.
they healed up when they, used potions of healing or cast healing spells on themselves. The wounds
Okay,
closed
so we
up
never
fine.
identified.
Does the same apply for lay on hands though? If you say lay on hands, you're going to use 5 points to cure disease. Is that specified?
Yeah,
disease?
same thing.
To this negotiation, and I just went to the side and identified the staff that I have in Bang Holding.
All right. Yeah, while this conversation's going on, the identify spell goes off. Actually, I would say I don't think focuses are technically magic items.
There was no magic.
Yeah. At any rate, identify would just tell you that it's a pretty standard magical focus. Like you could use it if you wanted to. It's just a focus.
Just like a quarterstaff or something. Magic.
Yeah, there's like some sort of gem embedded in the head of the staff that, but it's like a quarterstaff with that is just a general focus. Doesn't have any other properties.
Lilros taps on his arm that doesn't have a watch on it and says, "Well, time's a-ticking. Let's rest. Get these people where they need to go, so we can get them tested before something bad happens. Are we resting or are we rolling?"
Oh, you shouldn't linger because they could turn at any moment, right?
So let's go. We'll take we don't have to take everybody. You could take the hardy ones or the ones that are really beat to shit.
Well, I mean, what do they say? There's 15 total, like between the Grung and the humans?
Yeah.
Well, the Grung aren't going to come back, and I don't think they're going to be accepted into the town. Or the Grums.
True.
Arixis will communicate with the Grum that responded to him before and ask if he would be accepted back into his town if he were to quarantine.
You get a response back that says that they would not be trusted. Nobody is trusted who comes back. And you could really put together with the last two Grung that attacked you. It would be a pretty good way to infiltrate the ranks if they just converted people and then sent them back.
Oh,
Well,
the crew. So I don't think we need 15 people. We'll pick
we
like
can't
3.
handle 15 of them.
We'll pick one really weak, one medium, and one strong. Everybody else, we put in the hole and we lens them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Arixis is not going to be cool with this.
No is Will Roast. Wait, Will Rose is like borderline okay with killing these people, but he's not like, I don't know what he would do.
There's like
He would kill them because he's feels immediate danger, but he would like if he put him in the hole, he would let them stay in the hole, kind of thing.
So let them starve and die slowly?
I don't know. Will Rose is that ends with himself.
no, Rick
Now,
is like,
real quick
I
question:
mean, they are kind of already dying slowly, but
the wounds that Shin and Will Rose were, received however many days ago, they're gone, right? They're not like physically there anymore.
Yeah, you guys have healed up many times over.
I mean, would you say that there's like maybe still not quite a scar, but like a scab of sorts?
Yeah, I mean, like you
maybe
would,
it's not
you would,
like boiling or whatever, but
yeah, you would maybe vaguely remember where they are in your body and maybe feel a little something there. Like the skin's not quite smooth, but like it seems as healed as any other wound you've ever received.
yeah, I mean, Will Rose is like very beside himself with all of this because he doesn't know what to feel, and like he like rubs his arm whenever he hears anything about these guys talking about this stuff. But he's definitely interested in bringing someone back to town to feel this out. But if these people are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, he's also willing to assist with that. But he's not going to make the decision for them.
Rosera would agree. She'd have no problem if they wanted to die,
Right.
killing them. But
I mean, we could
like,
offer them,
it
like,
is
we could
kind of-
explain, like, it's quite a lengthy journey back to town.
Right.
Looking at some of you, this may not be something that you could survive. And it's really up to you whether you're willing to take the trek with the understanding that you may not make it. Will Rose would be willing to accompany all of them, but again, he'd be doing so with probably 2 swords at hand.
could we also be explicit with them and say if we think they're going to turn, we will act, we will strike? Like,
I mean, I think we
Some
were
of-
explicit. I mean, it's a matter of, yeah, I think we said that, like, or we definitely would say that. I feel like they probably would be okay with that, considering they were already willing to let us kill them
Die,
before they
yeah.
even knew they were sick.
fair enough.
They knew.
As you're discussing
Right,
these
but
things,
you know what I mean.
the commoner that had spoken up before speaks up again. And if you think that they are capable of helping us back in Halora, and if you are willing to accept the risks on yourselves, I mean, obviously we want to live, but it seems nearly impossible if you guys don't actually know of any way to cure us, or
It's
even
only
what ails
possible,
us.
for you to make it back to town?
No, for us,
Or-
for them to find a way to live.
For us to survive this whole ordeal.
Well,
Do
that's
they
why we hope to
have-
bring you back to town.
Do they have a way of healing us in Halora? Are you familiar with their healers?
I was thinking they were just going to study them and see how
Yeah.
they turn and see what happens then.
It would be your best chance at finding
Or
someone
at
who-
least
no.
you would be donating yourself to science. And maybe helping those, those that fall
come next.
next. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, plus
What?
11. That's actually not that good of a roll. Wow. Dang, you have a max of 32?
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
Very, very charming.
He contemplates this for
Just wait
a
until I
moment.
pull out my guitar,
He contemplates this for a moment and... Alright. Lead the way. And I hope that you will not hesitate to act. at
Yeah,
any
and
point.
I guess just for the persuasion roll was fine. I think it was potentially a little premature because I am in no way persuading these people to come with us. But I would have been, if they would have agreed to come with us, my next question to them was going to be, would you have any issues with us binding your hands?
Well, I mean, I'm asking for the role because you're, making several cases about them donating their bodies for science and et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
It's, I'd say continuing on that persuasion role, though, that they would all be very willing, short of not having their heads cut off, to submit to any form of, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, but any form of binding that will potentially
Did we ask?
help keep them from harming others. Sorry, what was that, Adam?
Did we ask if they die before they turn, or do they just turn out of nowhere?
Well, we knew from the previous encounter we had. Were you there for that session where the guys came out of the hospital or whatever, and they came out coughing and then fell to the ground, and within seconds they turned into the slod or something along those lines?
I think he was there for that, but
Okay,
yeah, I mean, you gather that once it happens, the transformation seems to be pretty fast. You would also, thinking back, remember that the healers had told you that these soldiers that appeared and had previously been wounded and healed, and then it was just a day or so before they transformed and it started attacking people that they had begun showing symptoms of some sort of sickness that they were unable to heal.
So they were fully healed, and then got worse.
Boy. Wilrose looks
Yeah.
at Shin.
That's what the healers had told you.
Well, I think we should get moving. What did we decide about the Grung? Let them fend for themselves?
Yeah, they're not going to be accepted into the village, and they're not going to want to come to your home.
Wilrose walks away and turns to Rixus and says, speak what you will with the Grung. Let them decide their fate. I will check the path is clear. And I'll just walk towards, not out of the place, but just, wherever, the entrance or exit would be, and just kind of, start just looking. Not looking back towards whatever they're doing here.
Yeah, I'd probably go off with him to not be a witness.
I mean, we're gonna help them out of the pit, though, right? Well,
They're all out of it.
I guess I would be saying, ask them what they want us to do with them, kind of thing.
okay. Yeah, so Arixis will communicate with all the Grung and just let them know that they're welcome to fend for themselves in the swamps. They're welcome to come back to Halrua if they bind their hands and such. Or if they really do wish, I point at Wilrose and say, he wants to kill you all. So if you really want that, just let us know.
The response comes that you get the idea that if you don't kill them, their people will, just to be sure. And
Arixis now starts trying to get, do you not want to live in the woods?
Yeah, Rosera starts taking out her short bow.
Tell them, whoever wants to die, jump in the pit. I will kill you.
But they ask, following that up, if they think that there's hope for them to be helped and healed at Halrua, they would try. You gather that there's a hesitance, because obviously there's a language barrier, and they seem hesitant to believe that humans are going to help them.
Arixis will communicate back. I simply don't know if there's any hope for you there. But I tell you what I do know. There's no hope for you here.
Up in the pit.
Back just in time for the
They
The
Eric's
cleansing.
his workers says, then this idiot wants to kill you too.
they reply that they will come and try.
Erixus out loud. Great news, everyone! The frogs are coming.
If we go back to the secret lair for the grung, we can't bring any of these people near it.
Yeah, no.
No.
I think we go to Halrua first, and then maybe we get some information if they have.
All
And
we're
then
getting
come-
from the grung is the vial of their poison, so we don't have to come back here at all if we pick it up.
Only one of us needs to go pick it up.
Right.
The rest of us can wait like outside.
Oh, we could maybe get the poison from the grung that we're escorting.
No, we could, but I don't know if they could give it to you like that. We could ask them.
I mean, as far as I know, they like they're. I mean, I don't know anything.
They
Never mind.
breathe there.
We don't know anything.
Rain, with your passive perception, you notice a bit off to the side here, a little rustle of movement as a branch kind of like comes to swing and rest back to where its natural position is. You don't see
Sorry to
anything
interrupt this critical-
other than the
Did
movement.
we short rest yet?
No.
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 Hey, you look weird. Did you see something?
I think so. But I saw a bush move.
Oh no.
Damn Alaskan bush people. Would he call that out? Would you
Oh,
call
yeah.
out something you saw?
Oh yeah, and I think you're standing right near me, so I would have mentioned it for sure.
Yeah, my passive perception is shit, so if you mentioned it to me, I could probably look for it. Could / should I actively perceive?
Yeah, if you're trying to actively perceive, then give me a perception roll, yes.
Yeah, I mean, if he calls it out, I would definitely be looking for it.
Where is he?
Oh.
Boy.
Jeez.
-1.
It's a bit hard to tell with the bushes. You do, seeing beyond the branches a bit, just catch a glimpse of something that seems to be moving away from you quickly but quietly. Like, you don't really hear the movement, but you can just barely see it through in between a couple branches.
Is it hopping?
No, it seems to be humanoid-ish size, like human-sized-ish, and just moving away from you at a steady pace, but obviously being quiet because you can't hear it, and you didn't hear it as it was pretty close to you.
I'm gonna call out and say, "Who goes there? Stop right now!"
There's no response.
How far away is what I'm picturing?
It was just kind of on the edge here, like 20, 25 feet.
And how far away would it be like right now? Like,
As you saw it
As I
moving
see
away, and it continued to move away before you lost sight of it deeper into the brush. You probably lost sight of it at like 40, 45 feet away. And it just kept going as far as you could tell.
all right, I will like look back at everyone, look back at Rain, and say, "Well, what do you think it was? Should we go
Hard to
after
say.
it?"
Oh, man. Maybe it was
No,
nothing.
no. We're going to town. Let's go. Wrangle the
Yep.
troops. We're going to town.
I would say with that perception check, you also notice that there, in the same way that there's quite a parade of like muddy footprints and stuff from the Slod traveling here from the path that you took off the road, you see another path kind of over by this tent here, leading back off into the swamp, opposite the direction you came from. A well-traveled
Same
path.
kind of footprints.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly well-traveled path.
All right, let's leave these idiots in the pit, short rest, and go down this path.
Okay.
Say we'll be right back. And then give them a sword. Just throw it into the pit.
What good is my word if it's not for good?
No, we should still go to Hallrua with these people.
It's the greater good.
All right. I walk back. I apologize to them and explain to them that the studies may best be taken by studying the true forms than the unknown. We're gonna have to ask you to fall back down into the pits. And I pull out a long sword and I drop it at the bottom of the pit.
Okay.
We're really doing that? I was only kidding.
Do you have a longsword?
Yeah, I stole it from somebody.
Let them do it themselves.
They seem a bit confused by this turn, but trusting. And you already see them, like a few of them coming back up to the pit, like waiting to be brought back down.
I will lower a rope, but like barely even lower it, and then start to walk over here to get a look down the path. Not progressing, but looking.
The path looks much the same as the one you came in on. It's a bit hard to perceive anything at a great distance just because of the density of the swamp and the plant life. It seems to be much of the same path that you came in on. It's pretty well worn, passes through some patches of swampy water and stuff here and there, but there's a pretty defined path up as far as you can see, which is only about maybe 30 or 40 feet before it you'd have to like move through some brush to continue on the path.
And I don't see any signs of any movement anymore.
As far as you can tell, no.
Okay. Luros turns back and looks at Erixus and Zorkris and says, "Do you guys need a quick break?"
Allow her to get spell back.
Erixus is already asleep.
All right. Well, they've already made their way, but I can see the footsteps. I'm gonna watch here while you guys rest up. And while doing
watch with
so,
you.
I'm gonna also
I don't
like.
need to,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think they're the only two that actually need to truly.
yeah.
Well, I'll say,
I'm gonna-
Shin, why don't you take this time to get attuned to your glaive, too?
Oh man. Pain in my
Erixus will
existence.
also give a hold on, do I have to do this? Well, just in case anyone got hurt. Did anyone get hurt in the last battle?
You spell.
Hello?
Shen was
no.
pretty hurt, but he's full HP now.
Yeah.
Alright. Erixus will give an inspiring speech to Shin. And I will also stay within 30 feet. Is there a way for me to be within 30 feet of both of these pits? Yeah, right? Like right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that covers most of it.
So yeah, I will give an inspiring speech right here. And I will recount the heroic tale of how our friend, the albino drab, wet himself on a stone bridge as he forced to come face to face with the horrors of something. He doesn't know what. I have to go AFK, my daughter's crying. But anyway, everyone gets 11 points. No,
Okay.
12 now.
Nice.
Including the slaves. 12. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry, what kind of points?
Well,
Temporary
Temp
hit points.
HP.
I think we already have them.
I think we already had 11.
I think it got
Yeah,
erased.
for-
when
Oh, so we get 12 now?
leveled up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 11, so this will replace it with 12 since he has a higher score now.
Nice,
Cool.
nice.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna. All right, I listened to what Zorka said, and I'm gonna try to attune to this glaive.
I'm back. My
Bef-
wife has helped my daughter. So hi everyone.
There you go.
Before you decide to do
Teleport.
that, just a reminder that I just wanted to make sure that this was remembered, but the last time you attempted to attune to it and it rejected you, you had disadvantage on ability checks for 24 hours.
Right. Yep.
Okay,
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
just making sure that that was remembered.
This power.
Yeah, remember. Yeah, that's why I say, "Oh God, here we go again." I was traumatized, but yeah, after using this glaive for a while, yeah, I'm gonna. So all right, let's have at it again. So that's the only way I can find out about my past as well. So
All right, you spend that hour. Wilros and Rosera, I think you were keeping watch. Give me perception checks.
Okay.
All right, wouldn't be at disadvantage,
sorry
but
about the advantage.
yeah, so the 20.
My bad.
You don't really notice anything new. You are still, Rosera, you are still especially acutely aware of just how quiet the surrounding swamp is. There's still, even here, there's like no insects, there's no birds. It's just silent except for the people around you. It's like you're in a bubble of sound and everything else around you just falls dead.
Creepy.
Shin, after spending the hour and attempting to attune to it, there's holding the glaive. You still sense a bit of resistance, and there's like a innate sense of rejection in trying to attune to this. You'll have disadvantage on ability checks for your next 24 hours.
Oops. That's my bad.
Would other people also be noting this abnormal silence, or is it something that I would?
Yeah, I've mentioned it several times. It's just
Okay, all right.
it's
So I'm just still
persistent.
noticing it. Okay.
Yeah, I was just reiterating that point. But yeah, you're able to complete a short rest uneventfully. Yeah, you get spell slots back where you need to, and that is it. I assume that maybe a couple other people who weren't actually resting were helping to lower the people down, so we'll just assume that they're all back in the pits now.
So anyone who wants to replace their 11 hit points with 12 can do that. I don't know if we
Yeah, we covered that.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw my message, but I'm gonna like cover this green guy up in leaves and brush or whatever I can find. Maybe like shove him into the lean-to or something.
Oh, I didn't, but yeah. Yeah, that's fine. He's pretty large, but there's enough, foliage and stuff around here. You can tear off some huge branches and stuff and cover it up pretty well.
I do, like, as I walk away, I also give him a nice kick in the face.
He gets up.
Well, we moving?
Let's go.
Where are we going? Rick
Follow
says
this path.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
The only way out is through.
Yeah, so to the west,
Alright.
we saw footprints
I'm in. Let's
or
do this.
slod prints.
Are you continuing to lead along the trail, Boros?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, give me a survival
sword in hand.
check. Give me a survival check to follow the tracks.
All right, survival. Not so great.
All right, it's a bit slow going. You are able to follow them since that's a fairly well-beaten path, but there's times where you kind of lose it for a bit in the swamp water where they, kind of track through, but then they take like a 45-degree turn, and you kind of veer off the other way a little bit, and it takes you a second to find the path again. It takes a little longer than you'd expect, but you're able to follow the path fairly well since it's so well formed. And eventually, you guys see, peeking through between the trees, a large stone structure in front of you, kind of a pyramid shape.
Ooh.
Erixus is a weirdo. Would you recognize this?
Give me a history check.
History check. Just a 17, no guidance.
You're not familiar with like this exact structure, but from your time in Halrua, you've heard of some temples that are scattered throughout the swamp. You're not really familiar with like what exactly the religion is or was, or if they're currently in use or anything of that sort, but you have heard of like really old temples in the swamp.
This is a temple?
Oh, you've heard of temples.
So, would I be able to find my way back to this? Given my, what is it called?
Yeah, following the path here, you'd be able to get back at a much quicker pace than you got here.
So Erixus would tell people like, "I can get back here if we want to go do something before."
No better time than now. No better place than here.
Hey Zorkers, how's your spells feeling?
Back.
Are we actually like rested up and everyone has all their spells?
I don't.
No. I'm halfway.
I got
I mean,
one
I
spell.
have a lot of.
I got
missing
1/3
ones,
level
but
spell back.
I have one. I have 4 first level and 1 second level spell available.
Why don't we go back to the Grung and get our reward, and then come back here another time?
Do I see any sign of whatever I saw? Like true sign other than footprints?
I mean, you see the same footprints leading right up to and up these steps. It seems like the steps are not really caked, but there's some, residual mud leading up them from the swamp water being tracked up it. It looks pretty fresh.
Send Bobo to do some reconnaissance and see if he sees anything. We'll hold on to Shin's shoulder while he's flying and send him up and look through his eyes.
Okay. Before you see this pyramid-like. It's not smooth-sided, but there are like bastions rising in tiers. All the way up at the top, with this long staircase leading up to it, is a wide opening into the structure. And as far as you can tell, it's the only opening, but you can see that from the ground. Are you looking to send Bobo in or investigate the structure more?
Investigate structure, maybe send him look through the main entrance and snap him back if anything walks through it.
Okay, make a perception check for Bobo. All right, doing a quick once around the structure, there doesn't seem to be any other entrances visible. It seems to just be this one up at the top. There's also nobody around that you can find. Heading up to the entrance and peering inside, it is dark. There doesn't seem to be any light inside. And as you reach the top, you see a opening into a small chamber, and then at the opposite end of that chamber, stairs immediately descending down again.
Oof. Tell everybody what I'm seeing. I'm gonna slowly send Bobo down a little bit to see if he sees anybody. I'm gonna try to stealth with him though. They get Bobo's card real quick.
What was that? You cut out a bit.
No, I was just looking. No, he gets an advantage on all right. So stealth. Roll 20 plus 3. A 5.
It's a little difficult to kind of fly in through this opening. It's about 10 feet high and 10 feet wide, so there's some space, but just kind of flying into the dark and being a little disoriented, kind of having to like pull up here and there to kind of fly down the stairs and stuff. It doesn't feel the stealthiest, but moving down the stairs a bit, it again opens into a bit wider chamber than the entrance. Just walls around 4 sides and 2 doors leading onward that are shut.
I'm telling everybody what I'm seeing, and the first sign of anything that looks bad, I'm gonna zoom him out. Is he at the max of his range from me?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you stepped a bit closer, but just what he can perceive in that room, he can't go any farther without opening a door.
Yeah, I'm gonna poof him back to me. Poof. What do you guys want to do? You want to go in and investigate? What's this stuff?
Erixus is all powered up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
What's the stuff right here? See, like circles.
Yeah, I'd say with Bobo's initial perception, you would scan. It looks like there's 2 pedestals, 2 stone pedestals of some kind, and like the broken and smashed remaining bits of something. Certain portions of it kind of look carved, like maybe it was a statue of some kind, but there's not enough to really identify what it used to be. It doesn't look recently broken either. It looks, most of the stones are a little weather worn and moss covered, contrary to what the battle map looks like, but they look not recently broken down.
Luros looks back at Rain and says, how are we doing this? Quietly, or?
I could tap down the staff, give us a little bit of stealth.
Cool, because Rosero's already jumped ahead under this tree.
All right. Yeah. If everybody give me stealth rolls if you're stealthing. Plus 10.
I'll have to roll disadvantage.
Oh.
Another 20.
Good thing I have.
So I have a 20, not a 31. What do Bobo as well?
I'm actually disadvantaged, so it should be 30, not
Yep, correct.
32. I only have 30 stealth. I'm sorry,
Oh.
guys.
We
That's
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's everybody. All right, everybody is feeling pretty exceptionally stealthy. Rain's making a little bit of noise, but overall, you're doing a pretty good job.
You're all moving out of the range of.
Well, Rain's just too slow.
Yeah, I mean, I'll assume that everybody's moving relatively together.
So you're all.
Like when we're on these stairs, can we see down into these? Like, are these like levels or something?
Yeah, so it's not so much like battlements. They are levels. Each one, there's a wide base and then slowly shrinking tiers coming up. The battlements, as these appear, are not they're not high. Like it's not like a castle wall where an archer would post up kind of thing. It's just barely slightly raised above the level of the roof.
And how tall are like each tier? Does it look like there's an entrance on any of the tiers?
As far as Bobo could tell, and as far as you can tell, no. It appears that the entire structure is just sealed stone, except for the stairs that you're ascending. They're about each level is about 10 feet high.
Okay. Well, I'll keep pressing forward. I guess when I reach the top, would I see into it and then see the stairs descend?
Yeah, you see the same thing that Zorkus had described to you. There's you see a small chamber and a set of stairs immediately descending into darkness.
Oh.
Okay. And then you said down the stairs in the darkness, there was a door?
Yes.
I will lead, as closely to the door as I can, listening as I go, and then eventually reaching the door and listening to the door.
Maybe guidance along the way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Go ahead and make a perception roll for your lead.
Guidance.
Thank you. Guidance, perception.
Ooh.
All right. So far in the first chamber, you don't hear anything.
You don't see anything, Rain?
I just see all darkness.
Your goblins.
Oh yeah. It's every time he wild shapes, it resets his token vision. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. 1 second.
Is this the door or is this the entrance? What am I? Sorry.
You have vision now, right, Rain?
Yes, I do.
All right. You are in the topmost chamber, so this is the staircase descending. Bobo had made it down this staircase. So descending. You guys arrive in this chamber.
And where is the door that I listened to?
Well, there are two doors.
Oh.
Which do you want to listen to?
Yeah. I was misunderstood. I thought there was one door. Okay, I will listen to this door.
Right.
Is it... I forget, did you actually have guidance on that, or is it 18 plus 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me guidance, he said.
I would say with you just barely hear the sound of a really barely audible, like low rumbling noise, almost like snoring or maybe really heavy breathing. So it's a bit hard to make out. You're like just barely catching it. It is pretty steady, yeah.
Okay.
And likewise at this door?
Guidance.
What was it?
You don't hear it at that
every
door.
time, or?
I'll just use that perception for both doors. You don't hear it at that door.
Okay, what kind of doors are we dealing with? Like, do these doors have handles, or are they just like stone?
So the entire structure so far is pretty mossy and overgrown, and things are a bit grimy, and just from the general humidity of the swamp and everything, it seems like everything is kind of like almost taken over with like a slight layer of algae or something. Like everything is just a little bit dirty. The doors are both made of metal and slightly rusted and not well taken care of.
Do they have
So it's
handles?
easy to break into.
Yeah, they do have handles.
Does it appear locked?
Make an
Like,
investigation check.
or rather, does it appear to have like a lock? Like it's a lock on it.
It does. Make an investigation check.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, you are able to see that there's a lock, and just kind of barely wiggling the handle a little bit. It seems like it's unlocked. It's a little hard to tell because it's maybe the handle's just a little sticky, but it feels like it could give.
Tap Rosaire on the shoulder and say, "This is what you meant to do," and give her guidance.
Okay. Should I go ahead and open the door?
I guess it's no reason why not.
Or check for traps.
I agree. Okay. How do I add guidance?
We roll a 1d4.
You should
Okay,
have a
but
checkbox,
after I
or
I thought there was a check.
or you can just check the blessed checkbox too. It's the same modifier.
Oh, okay. All right. I remember doing that. Okay. What? All right. Rosera would step up to the door and open it.
You're just straight opening it.
I mean, I would first just okay. I will
I mean, I'm assuming that you're
Try to
opening it
turn-
stealthily since you're stealthing, but
very
you're-
stealthily, very slowly, just seeing like just a crack and see if anything happens.
all right. You creak it open. The handle does give all the way, and
Boy.
you see within two slod that seem like they're not really watching. They're both, each one is sitting on a very large chair that like seems like it was almost like made to accommodate a slod. But there's they haven't noticed you for sure, and they really seem like they're not paying attention to anything around them.
Okay, I would turn around to everybody and mouth.
Wilrose like taps your shoulder and like motions to pull the door closed quietly.
Okay, I
Rick's
do
just
that.
frantically knocking on both of your brains, asking if the door locks from the outside.
Would I have recognized that from my investigation roll?
It looked like there was a keyhole on this side. You're not sure about the other side.
Okay, sorry, let me rephrase the question. Can we lock the door? Do we need the key to lock the door, I guess?
I have
Or
thieves'
for
tools.
lockpick.
I think it works the other way around.
I mean, you.
Well, who knows if I understand how to, a locking mechanism?
Thieves wouldn't work.
I would. I mean, in theory, they could.
Right, if I understand how to unlock it. Like the people that teach themselves, like with those clear plastic locks, like how to unlock a lock. It's because you understand how everything clicks together. Why couldn't I reverse that? Maybe I learned it in the book from that special library.
It wouldn't work for what I want to do, because I think we would need to be able to like close the door and lock it really quickly.
Oh,
They're
I-
spaced out, those guys.
I would say it's possible, but having not picked the lock, it would be difficult. Like you don't really have innate.
so I would need time. Yeah.
Not necessarily
If it worked
time,
at
but
all.
it might be difficult to understand how to do it.
Okay. All right. Had to try.
But I would say it's possible to lock it with thieves' tools.
No worries. I don't.
Try the other door, see what's in there.
For now, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on the front of the door and draw an illusion of another door.
Okay. Does it look like the door
And-
that's there?
Yeah, looks
Assume.
exactly like the other door.
Okay.
And then I will go to the other. I'll like motion and point to Rosera at this door. Not the fake one, the real one.
Okay. At the one to our left, you mean?
Yeah, the other side of the other room. If you want to try it
Okay.
out.
I
think
will
your
try to
guidance
open.
is still
Okay. Do I need to roll anything, Gabe?
Give me an investigation check. What are you checking? I guess actually. Are you just trying to open it, or?
We've already listened. Yeah, well, we already didn't hear anything, so I think I'll do the same and just crack the door open.
Okay. You grab the handle and attempt to open it in the same way, and it does open. Again, with just the faintest creak. You know, you're trying to open it slowly and quietly, but it does make it just a tiny bit of noise. And it opens.
Oh. I can't. Looks like there's something in the left-hand corner, right out of my view. Oh, okay. So I will step forward and close the door again.
Yeah, you do see a set of stairs in the corner that are descending.
Oh yes. I see
Like Homer
stairs.
backing into
Looks
the
like the
bushes.
same room.
Yeah, it does.
Right, are we gonna go at it, or are we gonna figure out a way to do this for a little stronger, or go for it now?
I mean, we're pretty stealthy, and these things seem to be pretty dumb,
Sleepy?
sleepy, or blind, or something. I mean,
You wanna
are
try
we
to do
stealth as a
some-
party, or are we stealth like individually?
Yes.
I generally do a group check.
I
you
mean,
wanna
so
try
like,
to go
I've
kamikaze
pretty much exclusively done group checks during this campaign, so I will let you know if I ever do individual stealth.
got it.
For some
Yeah, I
reason.
mean, like, so Rosera, like, Will Rose would motion to Rosera, like, me and her to try and, like, walk out, feeling the most stealthy out of the group, even though it's a group check, but just to see,
Okay.
like, stepping into the room.
I mean, I had a 30. I guess I can go fuck myself, right?
Did you have a
But
30?
if it's the,
Oh, yeah, I had a 30. I had
I mean,
a
I'll step
34.
aside because
So,
if it's
go
the
fuck
same
yourself.
room,
Why don't we try to do like a
Once you
group
hit 30,
stealth
I think it's all-
attack?
It's all out in the wash.
See if they're really sleeping, because they're not really noticing us.
2 slots.
Well, there was a staircase at the top left, is what I was thinking we could
Yes.
try to make our way to.
quickly get there.
Well, without killing them?
I mean,
While you guys are discussing this, I gotta take a quick bio break. So if we want to just
Alright.
take 5
Yeah.
and you guys can continue discussing
Sure.
this.
Okay.
yo.
All right, guys. Back in just 1 second, and
kill
we
or
will
not?
get back at it. Let's
We're
get
talking
back
about
to it. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Go down the stairwell of death. Rosera
Oh,
is not in
fancy
favor of
things.
fighting.
I mean, we fought a bunch of these red ones. We pretty much killed them pretty easily. I'm whispering, by the way. I'm not saying get this loud.
Yeah, but if they make noise, there might be like 30 red ones.
Right, but if we get all the way down, sneaking past everything, and then they wake up, now we're trapped in here.
Yeah.
I mean, if we kill a bunch, we only see like 4 on this level. You know, if we could, you know, if we have to run, we can still run. If we go down that staircase, we're trapped in now.
Was it up or down the staircase? Did we notice? I guess
It was
probably
going down.
because we were at the
I
top.
think it's down, yeah.
Take a surprise round and try to kill one right off the bat, and then kill the other, and then, you know, see what the other 2 are doing.
I mean, we could try that. I mean,
It's
we
a
were able to
slow-
open both doors and see them, like without an issue. Like, and you know, they didn't see us as we opened the doors. So I mean, like Rosera could probably get a decent snipe off
We all
from
attack at
the
the
doorway
same
or something.
Do we even want to engage though, or just try to like sneak on by?
Yeah, I think that's the decision we're trying to make. Like, because if we sneak by and get encountered by something, we may be facing 5 or something, you know, as opposed to if we try to just quickly snipe these two, maybe we get away with it.
If we could get in there and do once the prize round with everybody in it hard,
Yeah.
we should be able to kill it, and then hopefully the other one stays in its trance.
I mean, I'm fine with either way. Don't matter to me. I was just going by the idea of just at least checking what was on downstairs, and that we at least knew our exits or something. But
Mm-hmm.
Rosera, make a insight check.
Sight.
All right.
Not my best.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Totally brushes over the insight.
Yeah. Basically, you're like Rosera.
Rosera,
and I'm
make
like,
a better insight check next time, then maybe we'll talk.
Like,
I
I
mean,
got
yeah,
you all
whatever. We
looking at
can.
me, and I'm like, huh?
I say we kill. I mean, we could
Alright,
get close enough for Rosera to snipe with the bow. Me or to shoot from outside. Shin has 10 feet. You and Rain could get close and attack. We almost kill it probably on his first hit. If
Yeah.
we stuff
I've
in.
fought a lot of these things before. Do they make a lot of noise when they fight?
They're just claws, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty big. But it seems like this structure is pretty solid, so it doesn't really seem like there's like a much of like an echo, or like, you stomp on the ground and it's quiet. The stone is solid and absorbs the noise, so it doesn't seem like it's a very noise producing environment, but they are not quiet creatures when they fight.
So don't cast Shatter.
Guess not.
All right. I mean, Wilrose will, like very, very slowly, just not even open the door, but crack the door enough to see, that these things haven't moved first, and just to see that they're where they are.
All right, it opens easily enough. It's still there.
Then, he'll motion to Rosera to do the same and kind of like hold her, ready up, steady aim, bow attack at one of these things.
This one big room. I was gonna see a stairs.
Yeah, it's one big room.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the stairs.
Make
Alright,
a
already
make
ready
a-
action with the longbow.
make a insight check, Wilrose.
Wilrose?
Yeah.
Alright, better than 7 + 1.
You laugh, but you don't know what you know.
Not quite.
It's not better than 7 + 1.
It is not. It's better than 7 though. It's the same as 7 at least.
Yeah, it's not better than anything.
No.
Now we all look at you and you catch us looking at you and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
All right, carry on.
See if we can sneak around and do a surprise round on one at least.
Yeah, I mean, Wilrose is gonna, try to like sneak around the corner to the other side of the wall here.
Sneak away.
I don't know. Well, that's not. Your squares are weird.
Squares are normal.
What do you mean?
There, that's where I want to be.
There's just 4 squares in each square.
I know, but it's like a weird
Can't get in.
square.
Oh,
Anyway,
the doors
I'm
are
like
off
right
center.
here.
I didn't even realize. Actually, it's just that one door. That one door is off center
No worries.
or off square.
I'm just kind of like go right over here. Do I notice these things like looking at me at all?
Their eyes are open, and they seem to just kind of be staring straight ahead into space.
Wilros like puts his arm towards the doorway and like kind of waves a little as he moves a little bit closer, like inches closer, and looks, tries to make eye contact with Shin here.
I'm actually only seeing one big gigantic.
Come in.
There's a second
This
one to the
one.
left.
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Yeah. Oh,
You'll
there's
see
another
it.
one?
Move to your right a little. You'll see it.
Oh my.
Oh.
Great.
They are both sitting on very large chairs.
Run! I'm just kidding.
Your lives.
I'm just doing this to see where my squares are. Okay. There we go. All right. I will. Is this engagement range?
Yeah, they're kind of off square.
Okay. So Wilros is gonna grab Shin by the shoulder and move a little forward with him. I have my sword in one hand and Wilros Shin's shoulder in my other hand.
I'm aiming a spell when you guys attack too.
Okay. So I step up and I pull. Is Shin within range now?
He is. Here, I'll just square it up.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fair enough.
Send a message to Rosaric.
Boy, you're intimidating. Oh my freaking god.
Alright, Wilros
throughout-
is going to.
Throughout you moving up to them, there's still no reaction from them.
Wait a second.
Great. They're not real.
Are they breathing?
They do seem to be breathing.
We heard them breathing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you hear them. They're breathing in a very heavy manner that you would expect from a creature this large and unmannered. But they're just both sitting in these chairs, staring straight ahead with their arms limp at their sides.
Alright, Wilros raises his sword in the air, looks back at Shin, and nods.
Mm-hmm. Shin nods back.
And
Or just kind of just move his shoulder.
I drive their sword down onto this slot's head.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. I rolled for sword of wounding first.
Oh, initiative. Oh my god, disadvantage and everything. Whatever. I'll take a 5. Oh, not bad.
Yeah, I think initiative is disadvantage for you.
Yeah. No, it wasn't disadvantage. Yeah.
No, it didn't roll for disadvantage.
Oh no.
No, I don't think the disadvantage tag works for
No, it
initiative,
didn't.
unless you explicitly set it in your character sheet.
Oh, okay. Wait, I click on disadvantage on my character sheet.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, you have to set it in the gear icon if you need disadvantage on initiative.
Got it. All right, hold on 1 second. Going to my gear icon.
Well, you can just roll again now since you already have one roll. We'll use that
Yeah,
first
just
roll
roll.
for now.
Okay, got it. All right, give me a sec. I'll go back.
Oh, my first? Is this like a real thing?
All right, there we go. All right.
All right, Zorkris, you are up first.
Holy cow.
Wilros is in the process of swinging his sword, and I believe you said you were holding a spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
21 hits.
I'm back. Sorry. Do we
Oh.
have like a? Is this like a surprise round or something? I might have missed that.
As far
We
as you
didn't
can
get there
tell,
yet, but
yeah, as far as you can tell, the creatures have not responded at all to you entering the room.
You would have been in the room with me though, so you would have been in here.
I'm where I am.
Okay,
All right. Anything else on your turn?
that's it. End turn.
Bobo,
Well, we'll do a flyby. Same guy.
Rain.
I'm gonna hold an action that if anything comes from this way, I'm going to Thorn Whip it.
All right. From which way? I didn't see your ping.
From down here.
Okay.
While everybody else is busy.
All right. In spite of just being hit by a blast of flame, this Slod and the other continue sitting in their chairs, staring straight ahead, and arms limp at their sides. Luros.
I think I finished my swing.
Hit for 19. Or you're 19 hits, sorry.
8 damage.
8 damage
One
and
wound.
1 wound. Alright, anything else?
And her.
Shin.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
sorry. Actually, technically, you would have had advantage on that. Do you want to re-roll for a crit?
Sure. Why do I have advantage? Just wondering.
From
Flyby.
Bobo's flyby.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so no crit. Shin, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Move over here. And I guess I will attack as well. With disadvantage or normal?
Normal. It's just ability checks that have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
23 definitely hits.
Right. And here we go. 11. I'll do a second attack.
Also hits.
Nice.
And then I'll do Pull Master.
Ooh,
Also hits.
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Okay. Enter.
Rosera.
I will enter the room. I will also fire at this lower one. And I will use the short bow.
14 just hits.
All right. Okay. Can I move out of the doorway without provoking an
Yeah, you're not.
attack of opportunity?
Yeah, you're nowhere near this thing's
I'm going
reach.
to. Okay, then I'm just going to move behind Will Rose so I'm not in the doorway. Enter.
All right, Erixus.
I will pull out my flute and play a strange tune that no one's ever heard before. And I will summon a star spawn.
Oh, what?
I will summon a star spawn.
You need to double check the material components for that.
Right.
If this is the thing you sent me.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't use that currently.
That's annoying.
Just kidding.
I lied.
Sounded good.
I don't cast that. We have to go back to town so I can cast that. I assume you were talking about the platinum inlaid vial.
Yes,
Okay.
since it has a cost.
In that case, I'll just hold an action. Hold the spell. Same as rain. If anything hostile comes over here, I'll blast it.
I like how you specified hostile.
Yeah,
Okay.
you didn't bother to do that. I'll do that.
I know. I realized that the I was like, well, this could get fun.
All right, Zerkris. Wait, what are you holding, Erixus?
I'll just blast.
Okay.
Star spawn.
Star spawn. I will toll the dead. Crunch. Oh, no shit roll.
And yet, somehow,
Splat.
these guys always roll worse. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, 7. It was a wisdom.
Yeah, I already took the damage off.
Enter.
Bobo?
Flyby. Flyby.
Rain. Nothing has come around the corner as far as you can tell. And I'd say with your
Alright, then,
pretty
thanks.
high passive perception, you don't hear anything coming either.
And I'll step up. Oh my gosh. I'll step up here and I'm gonna thorn whip this guy. I knew what it was a moment ago. Here we go.
That definitely
That's
hits.
23 hit. Okay. 7 damage. Yeah. And turn.
And he is... I guess he can't occupy Shin space, so he's not pulled closer to you. Alright, both Slod continue to sit in their chairs, staring ahead
Yes,
into
we
space, with their arms limp at their sides. Wilros.
Rose is gonna take a step here. Away from it.
Seems to be no reaction.
Hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna attack this other one here.
Okay.
No advantage on this one, because that's the non-flyby.
Yep.
18
18 hits.
for 7.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
actually...
by the way, that guy took...
yeah, he
this
should have
guy
had a
died on his
wound.
turn. Oh, I just realized, sorry. Or
Maybe.
he took one
Maybe.
Oh, God. Of course.
Guess how many HP he has.
1, yeah. I thought
One.
he had 1 before, but now he definitely has that 1.
Alright, yeah, your 18 hits. For another
And
7
then he makes a con
damage.
save.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, and the other one has 1 wound. Anything else on your turn? The other one shakes off its wound.
I'm gonna. Well, I don't really know. Want to like slap this thing?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, can you slap it in the face?
Can I like? I don't. It's not. Is it like an offhand bonus action or something?
Is the sword of wounding light?
I think it's a short sword. Let me see.
If the sword of wounding is
Sword.
light, then you can... yeah, I guess you can make an unarmed attack.
It doesn't say. 5e sword of wounding. Any weapon, any sword. I don't know what you told me it was. It's 1d6 plus 2, so 1d6 is a short sword, I do believe.
Yeah, I think it is. You can... what's an unarmed attack? Is it 1 damage or is it 1d4?
1d4 if I hit. It's the same attack as a regular thing, I think, right?
Yeah, so I guess roll a strength check. Since this would be... Yeah, because this would be a improvised attack, essentially. Right? You wouldn't use dex for this.
I think it's just 1 plus your strength proficiency, right?
Right, but you gotta hit.
Right. Oh, okay.
I was saying the strength
I mean,
check.
I'm not really doing this for any damage other than the fact of just trying to slap him.
Yeah, it hits, and your slap is so powerful that you kill it.
Oh, I'm hitting this guy.
Oh, I thought you were hitting the one at 1 HP. My bad.
Oh,
I thought that's why you wanted to hit it.
No, sorry, I'm hitting this guy to like just like snap out of it kind of thing.
Oh, I also thought you were
Oh, okay.
slapping that one.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to kill the other one.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I mean,
That's
no.
what I was thinking. Like, can't I just like slap him and finish it off?
No, I was slapping this guy to like, why are these things not responding to me slicing them?
Yeah, you hit it. It seems to actually take a little bit of physical damage from that, and it doesn't respond.
Mint.
Anything else on your turn?
Okay, end turn, I guess. Look back
Shin.
at everybody and shrug.
Okay, Rosero would step up and slap this one.
Oh, Shin's turn.
It's Shin's
Sorry.
turn.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, Shin. I got so excited.
Rosaro's still gonna slap it.
I mean, wait. So literally 1 HP. This guy right here.
Yeah.
All right, moving over here. Still within range. I had a Shin just kind of thinks he was like, why are they not moving? This is weird. But you know what? We have always been a hit first, question second party. So bang.
23 hits.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, just a 7. I unclicked that. So it's only 7.
Yep.
Still alive?
The top one, yeah. You were attacking the top one, right?
No, the one with the 1 HP.
Oh, sorry. You said you moved up.
sorry.
I thought you were attacking
Oh,
the
yeah.
top one. So confusing. Yeah, that instantly kills it. It slumps
Okay.
over in its chair and just kind of falls to the ground, limp still.
The heck?
Okay, I think that's it for now.
You,
Enter.
well, yeah, you have another
What-
attack
what-
if you want.
So I can actually turn it. All right.
Yeah, you
All right,
can.
so I'm gonna.
You can target
okay.
any number of creatures with as many attacks as you have.
What? All right. On that case, might as well. You know, I already did one.
Also hits. Man, the rolls tonight.
Wow.
Today I am. No, let's not jinx it. Polearm Master, extra bonus.
Also hits.
Hey!
Hey, there's the 4.
There is the 4. All right.
That's the 4 we
Very
know and love.
Nice.
Enter.
Rosera.
Okay. Okay. Go for this little fella here. So he just sort of walks over. And again, we'll use. Oh, I'll use that.
Oh, that hits.
Wow. Okay.
Damn!
And you do have sneak attack. Yep. 33, 44,
I got it right.
46.
36.
36?
You're
Oh,
pretty
yeah, I'm bad at
cheap.
math.
We'll take 46, but 36.
All right, anything else?
No, enter.
Erixus.
All right. I assume
you-
nothing is
you-
coming down the hall.
Yeah, you also saw and have not heard anything with your passive perception coming.
Yep. I go 5, 10. I guess that's 20 because I have to move through rain. 25.
The door is just kind of in a weird spot. You don't have to have double movement there.
Yeah, fine.
It's just my bad map drawing skills.
I was here. 5, and 15, 20. I don't know where this is snapping to. 25. 30.
Close enough.
Yeah.
You
I'll
can
bash
get there
this
in
thing
30
with
for
my-
sure.
Yeah, I'll bash this thing with my flail. 28.
Oh,
28 hits.
12 damage. Winding up again, waving my flail around.
Also
Anything?
hits.
Or 13 damage.
He's looking pretty rough as he sits there motionless.
I will then move up here and wink at Zorkris. I know your pain.
Zorkris.
End turn.
I'm going to Toll the Dead again. Blonk.
Oh, that's a good roll. He fails.
Well,
And
no,
this one
it's
too,
hard,
with no reaction, Zerkris just points his finger, and then this guy just slumps over dead and falls to the ground. He's totally limp. There's no like reaction to save himself from falling. He just totally jelly falls to the floor.
I think that fight was a little too easy, Case.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I like investigate these things and like, or medicine or something? I don't know, nature. What the hell is up with them? Kind of thing.
Erixus wonders aloud. Are we going to get XP for this? What is XP?
Give me a. I guess give me a medicine check.
Yep.
You see a lot of wounds from all the damage that you guys have inflicted.
That's my
It's
bad.
a bit hard to tell anything else. Nothing really jumps out at you.
They're so maimed and mangled from what you've done to them.
I'm gonna come and look at this chair. Is there anything significant about this big old chair that they were sitting in?
Make an investigation check.
I,
In comparison to the rest of the temple that you're standing in, the chairs seem a bit more used and maybe newer. You don't have any other furniture in here to compare it to, so again, you don't know if anybody's really inhabiting this place apart from these two slod, but they seem recently hewn and made for slod potentially. Like they seem like they're intentionally made to be very large chairs to accommodate something like these creatures.
to ritual cast detect magic. Call him corner. Say everybody's way.
I would just say that like you just reach over and touch the chair. It doesn't feel magical in any way. Unless you're looking to like look around the entire room for magic, then.
I was probably gonna do that too. So yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can say you take a few minutes and cast it. Yeah, you don't see anything at all apart from your fellow companions or emanating any sort of magical aura.
Shit, you shine, man. Wow.
Destroyed.
Yeah, after slaying that last slod, or the first slot, I guess, Zorkris, you do notice especially that his glaive is especially blazing bright with magical energy.
Put that away. It blinded me, man. Jeez.
Well, I have no idea. I mean, the thing hated me. I tried to spend time with it, and it's not accepting me. I have no idea. All right, should I?
Magic is strong in that one. And then your broom lights up too. It's amazing. Like a light show.
Should I put it away?
No. You
All right.
want to go venture down?
Yeah, let's do it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
If they're all going to be asleep, it's nice. Unless
One
we
could
find
only hope.
that mind flayer that's controlling them.
So who's leading?
I'll lead.
All right, moving further down.
Two places at once. What type of space is this?
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys can just see this. So I used to pasting tokens on a totally different map. I didn't accidentally place that through a different wall. All right, you descend the staircase. It is still completely dark down here. You guys are all relying on your dark vision. There is not much to be seen. You arrive at the bottom of the staircase and are greeted by another hallway with several more doors like the ones you entered through above along the side.
Here.
Yeah, you would see a total of 3 doors along this hallway.
Should
Sorry.
we investigate them, see if they're
Listen to
locked?
each of them.
Yep.
It give me a perception
I will
check if
listen
you're
first.
listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't sure quite what you said.
Yeah, I think we both spoke at the same time. Whoop, double click. I'll take the 24. I'm just kidding.
22 is, I mean, it's still pretty good. It seems completely silent on the other side of that door.
Alright, I will do the same on all the doors.
All right, well, I'll just say the same perception check. You checking all 3 of those doors, it seems completely silent on the inside of all 3.
And do a quick peek around this corner.
While Marcos walks away, I tap Rosario and go, "You could open that door."
Peeking around the corner, you
If we want to.
just see another long hallway in another corner.
I will back up with the group and say, let's check these doors out, I guess.
Okay. Should I go ahead and just try to open this one like we did upstairs?
Does it feel safe? Sounds safe.
Sounds safe. Okay, I will try. Rosera will stealthily begin to try to open the door.
All right, it opens.
It opens.
Okay.
Hang on,
Just a
wrong
crack.
layer.
What does she see?
The lights are out.
Oh gosh, I don't see a thing.
Seems empty.
Is this a wall? Can I clearly see a wall or no?
Yeah, it's just 4 walls and a seemingly empty room.
Okay. I'll step back from the door so others can take a peek. It looks empty to me.
Uros opens the next door.
Yes. The boom.
It opens.
Books.
Inside, you see several racks outlaid with battle axes.
Battle axes. Like live battle axes? Like they look normal?
You have to get closer to get a real good look at them, but it just looks like multiple racks of weapons laid out.
Is my detect magic still up?
Lasts for 10 minutes or an hour?
10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, it's still up currently. You're not detecting anything in any radius. Well, hang on, let me check one thing. Yeah, you're not detecting anything in the entire radius aside from your companion's usual glow.
I'll check the next door. Open the next door.
So opens. You see varied weapons. You see some heavy crossbows and... oh no, wait, those are battle axes. The other ones. You see some more axe-type weapons. And a whole huge pile of quivers at the end that look like they're full of crossbow bolts.
Hey, while we're like thinking around out here, Rixus is going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself from the ring.
Okay. I would also say, based on your earlier perception, Wilros, you notice that these weapons look pretty new. Like, they're all in really good condition. The racks are in good condition in comparison with everything down here that's just like covered in a layer of moss and algae. Like, everything down here is really dank and moist, and so far the weapons in these rooms look pretty fresh.
Sorry, what looks very fresh? Pretty fresh?
The weapons, in comparison to everything else in this temple so far that's like moist and dank and covered in algae, it's the weapons all look like pretty fresh.
Wilros is moving down the hall. Pause at the wall and do a little peek around the corner.
All right, you see
More
a similar
doors.
hallway to the last one with 3 doors lining it and another bend at the end.
Keeping the same perception for listening, or
I'll say good luck. That one.
Wilros doesn't even care at this one. He's gonna just open it.
All right, it opens. Room is
He moves
seemingly
to the
empty.
next one.
You're opening it?
Yep.
All right, it opens. At the end, you see a small table with some sort of figurine sitting on top. It's a bit hard to make out what it is at this distance. Zorkris,
looks
as you
back at
round
the
the
group.
corner and stare into this room, you sense a faint magical aura now from that statue.
Yeah. Had a feeling.
There's something up with that statue.
Is it a figurine of wondrous power? Let's find out.
See if there's any traps before we go in there.
Such a specific thing.
I will check for traps in the room.
Right.
Investigation?
Yes, give me an investigation check.
14.
All right. Moving in, you're not noticing any traps as you go along.
I still do a zigzag move.
All right.
to
In
get
doing
to the
so,
table.
yeah, in doing
Uh-oh.
so and checking the tiles around you as you do so, you're not noticing on the anything on the floor, walls, ceiling, anything. The room seems pretty bare except this table, and you're not finding any pressure plates or anything of that sort that seem like a trap.
Looking at this thing, did I recognize it at all?
Being up close, you do immediately recognize it as a much, much, much more detailed and elaborate statuette of it's vaguely similar, but again much more detailed. And you imagine that this is a statuette for Ilsensin, the Illithid god.
Oh.
What type of magic is coming off of it?
Real bad magic.
That's a good question. In the same
Magical
sense that you were unable to detect a specific school of magic with the giant mind flayer's staff that you took, you're unable to determine exactly what type of magic this is. It has some sort of like faintly psychic magical energy, but it doesn't seem like it really belongs to a school of magic. But it reminds you of the staff.
Go over to it. This is gonna be a smart move. Go over and put my finger on it. Say anything to that.
There's no reaction.
I want to tell everybody, I want to see what this is. I want to cast Identify using a ritual cast. I'm just going to keep my finger on it and try to identify it.
Your ritual casting?
Yep.
All right. That's going to take a few minutes. Is anybody else continuing on with anything else, or
He told us he's gonna touch it.
he already touched it?
Alright, I'm gonna step back.
Well, I'll stay right
Yeah,
there.
we got so much clearance.
I'll stay right there. Since everyone's behind me.
We're all hiding behind shit. That's hilarious.
All right. As everyone watches and waits, your spell goes off eventually, and you're not really able to identify it as a particular magic item. It reminds you again of the staff. It has some sort of magical energy, but it doesn't seem like it is an object with like wieldable magical properties.
Get Shin to go. Did I do it? Did I pick it up?
Move it over right here. Go for it.
Pick it up.
You're holding a statue of Ilsensin.
Keep it in my hand as we keep adventuring.
I didn't quite catch the last part. What'd you say?
So I'm going to hold it in my hand as we venture through the rest of this dungeon.
Okay.
Like Indiana Jones style. I should have put a bag of sand on there.
Yeah, there seems to be no reaction from you taking it.
Guys, look what I got.
I'm sure it's completely harmless.
Maybe this is what put
Sure,
them
what's
to
the worst
sleep.
that could happen?
I think this is what put them to sleep. That would be cool. You guys gonna open the next room or what?
Yeah, I would definitely go over and open the next room.
Well, can I have a turn? I'll open it.
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
Roach is just frustrated he's not finding anything in these rooms, but he's a little happier now that we found something.
Okay. I'll open up this room.
All right. As you grab the handle and try to twist it, it seems to be locked. It won't open, and you do spot a keyhole.
Oh,
I'll give you guidance to pick this lock.
okay. I will take that guidance.
Can I listen at the same time as she's preparing for her lockpick?
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I rolled
I'll
quickly.
say you perceived first.
I would have
it-
perceived as soon as she realized it was locked.
It seems quiet on the other side, as far as you can tell.
Wilrose, like as he bends, he's like bending down with his ear to the door, and just like looks up at Rosera and gives her a thumbs up, and backs away from the door.
All right.
All right. With that thieves'
Open
tools
it.
check, yes, it does open. It just takes you a few seconds. They seem like kind of older locks. They're a little bit rusty, but you kind of brute force your way through turning it, and it opens right up.
She's good at that.
I didn't hear that.
I said she's good at that.
I'll walk inside this room. What am I looking at?
As you step in, you see 6 cages that are about 5 or so feet high, and peering a little closer in between the bars, you see a few figures locked inside.
Mm.
Can I tell anything about the figures?
They make a perception check.
Okay.
They look humanoid, but apart from that, most of them are just like kind of scrunched
They look
up.
like a man.
Most of them are just kind of like scrunched up in one side of the cage, and they don't seem to have noticed you entering.
Okay, I would lean out the door and whisper to my companions that there are humanoids in cages in this room. 3 of them.
You cut out a bit. What'd you say?
Prisoners. So do you want to try to talk to them? Maybe they're just
we should-
prisoners.
Okay, so I will talk with this one and can I get their attention?
Yeah, as you lean in and like tap on the cage a little bit to try to get their attention, they immediately like perk up and like back away from the cage. Try to like back away into the corner as far as they can, like a cornered animal. Like they're just completely freaked out by your presence.
Okay, I
but
would just like.
After a moment, they get a better look at you a little bit and seem to relax a tiny bit. But there's no response. They're just staring at you.
Okay, I would ask, who put you in here?
That thing.
I tap Arixis' shoulder, and as I do, I transform into a mind flayer.
Oh god.
Why do you have to do
What?
that? We're slaves. What goes through your head, idiot?
And I'm gonna walk into the room.
Oh,
Oh god.
As you do so, you all notice a very visceral reaction from all 3 of them, which have now noticed that there's a mind flayer in there, and they are all like just freaking out.
I message Arixis. I think there's a mind flayer in this temple.
Racist is just shaking his head. He's utterly disgusted by what Zorkus is doing. I don't know what the rules around disguise self are, so I'm not gonna suggest anything. Arixis does walk in. He's like, "Don't worry about it. He's with us. Just relax. Everybody relax."
Back to human.
That's also not his form. Also, Arixis is covered in black shadow with like mouths, just like chomping.
Yeah. At Arixis' words, they are not at all appeased or relieved, and they seem a bit confused when Zorkrus finally transforms into not a mind flayer. But they are still very unease, and you kind of get the impression that they think that you're probably working for the mind flayer.
great.
Great.
Rick
Tap on the cave. When was,
Berserker.
the,
Idiot.
when was this creature last here? The one that I just was.
They still seem hesitant to even answer your questions, and one of them is just like head in their knees, curled up in a ball, sobbing. But the one you tap on, after a moment, does finally answer and says, "Today."
What were they doing to you?
There were 4 of us.
Mm. Why did they take you here? Why you?
They look a bit confused at the fact that you would ask such a question, and matter-of-factly, she just answers, "We are food."
Yeah, that sucks. Well, see ya.
Thanks.
There, if you want, you can open the cage and let them out.
Do we want to do that? Do we trust them? I probably can.
Probably be loud though.
We can't
Always
take care
do
of
it on the
them
way
after
back.
they're out.
Wait. You said there were 4, and now there's only 3?
Mm-hmm.
Lunch.
Implying one was eaten.
We can let them out. I think we have to be careful, though. They have to come the way we came.
You do it on the way back.
Can't. Yeah, well, we could. Leaving them would be traumatic.
Yeah. Where are you guys from, and where were you captured?
We are all from a small village north of the swamp.
Yeah, I think we should set them free, and maybe they can follow behind us as we move forward, so they don't trigger anything.
They transform into slugs.
All right.
What do you mean?
That's what's been happening, right?
Yeah.
Let them go
Make
if
a-
they leave.
Make a perception check, Sorcris. As you pass by the cages and kind of get a glimpse at all of them, they seem a bit, probably a bit starved. They look a little thin, but they're, all of them seem completely unharmed. And going off the assumption that it has something to do with the Slods wounding people, these people seem to have been unwounded.
Arts. Did these creatures, the sloths, did they attack you, or was just this mind flayer what I was before?
The monsters took us, but they do not eat us. Only the...
How do they know their?
Sorry, what?
How do they know their food? Did they just assume, or
Oh, one of them was eaten.
Yeah, they've
was
been.
it just in front of them? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean they've been watching their friends be eaten. Looking at the other cages, they look recently used. You would guess that there were other people here as well at some point.
So is the question though, like, is the question that are they being eaten or used in another way that we just know that they disappear from the cages and they don't come back? Is that what you mean?
Phrasing.
I didn't hear you.
That's a much better way of phrasing what I wanted to say.
No, I understand. The same thing crossed my mind. We know something very bad is happening to the people that get taken out of the room, but have we seen them be eaten, or does something else maybe happen?
Are you asking them?
I don't think I'd phrase it that way. Even Rosera has more tact than that. I might ask, has anybody ever come back, once being taken out of these rooms?
No. They eat our brains.
Oh god.
No coming back from that.
You know a guy that happened to. Oh, he came back from it.
Yeah, he came. Come off, right?
Yeah. These people are liars.
Okay. So I think maybe they're not being consumed necessary for like caloric intake, but the brains are being consumed. So I hear you, and I think maybe it's semantic. They're food of some kind.
More nutrition value.
They're fuel.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
See, we can let them out.
Yeah, take them out.
Yeah, I think there's no other option here. We let them out. And we let them know that they tell how to get out of there.
So
So
you're
with Rosera,
I don't know how to get out of there.
it wouldn't take you long, but yeah, as Rosera goes around, the locks are pretty rudimentary. It takes you a minute to go around and unlock them all, but you're able to easily pick them open and release the cages. So are you sending them away, or are you asking them to follow you?
sending them away. That's my
Get
vote.
away from us. Yeah. Dude.
They are a little taken aback by the fact that you're opening their cages and just kind of standing aside to let them through, but as soon as they realize that it seems to be for real, they just like dash out as fast as they can.
Lorose points south, like says go that way.
Yeah, they seem like
Round
they
and about.
seem like they kind of know where they're going, and they are just moving quickly and somewhat quietly, but definitely they're not trying super hard to be stealthy. They're just trying to get out as fast as possible. And you see them round the corner and vanish.
Bye, everybody.
Okay,
You're
I want out of this room, so I go back into the hallway.
All right, before you guys see one last bend in the hallway.
Heading up.
Oh, no.
There's a door over
All right.
here.
You see another set of stairs descending,
Yeah.
and I would say with Orixis' ability to find paths, You would kind of think back to how many levels you've descended and how many levels you saw outside, and you would kind of guess that the next level is the bottom again of the pyramid.
But there's also a door here. What do you
Yes.
do?
Whatever we want.
I suppose that's accurate.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Wait, is this one going down?
Yes, there's one more set of stairs going down.
Where's
We listen at the door first. No, hold on. Rixus will like test the handle of the door.
Like this one right here?
Feels
Yeah.
like it's unlocked.
Are we
Go
still
for it.
stealthy?
Yeah, I'm still using your stealth check from earlier.
I will quietly open the door.
All right, it is indeed unlocked. And it opens with a slight creak like all the others. It's, it's not well oiled or anything, but it does open relatively silently.
Oh.
And you are faced with another room full of racks of weapons.
What is those hammers? The mauls?
Yeah, you see some warhammers, some morning stars, and some maces.
Morning stars.
These things are clearly preparing for war.
Wow.
These are stairs leading down.
Wow.
Correct. Arixis
Yeah, do they have
surmises
to?
that
They're already like eating your
Slide.
brain.
it's the last level.
Mhm.
Into the basement we go.
Let's rope.
Well, I would call this the main floor, right? Not necessarily the basement. Or Rixus would inform everyone that this is probably the lowest level.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's it. I gotta go to the map. Oh no! The zone. Different zone.
Don't forget to quick save before we go to the next level.
Yeah, quick save.
Quick save. Yep.
It's this chest full of healing potions. All right, you all descend the stairs and are greeted by a small enclosed room with a door.
Checkpoint.
Yep. This is where you can save it.
I will do my usual this time and listen through the door.
All right, give me perception.
Perception.
Ick.
Seems quiet on the other side. Are you opening the door?
Sure.
And like the others you've encountered, it opens with a slight creak.
Okay.
Into a room of more doors.
Oh my goodness.
This is not good.
Yeah, you see
a door.
3 more doors like the one you just exited on this hallway, as well as a set of double doors at the end, and then another hallway to your north.
Should we just can we split up the party?
Nope.
There's a mind flayer.
Obviously.
Let's not do that.
Okay, Rosera
Yeah,
walks
everybody
to the
take a
end of
second.
this hallway, and I don't see much of. There's another. There's bends around both sides, but I don't see any doors. So there's this door. Do we want to open it before moving on?
We have 2 doors, double doors, a single door.
feel like the double doors are going to lead to something interesting.
So open one at a time. So go ahead, you got it. Open it.
One of these days, I'm going to
Okay.
hide the biggest
Which one?
encounter in the most inconspicuous room.
Yeah, like behind a figurine.
Which I'm holding.
Mold.
in my hand.
The door seems to be
Okay,
unlocked. Are you just
I'll
opening
open
it?
Just a crack.
We're back here.
All right,
Just,
it opens.
Oh lord. The party?
Is
Oh,
it
tight.
teeny?
Give me a perception check, Rosera. Glancing around the room real quick, there isn't really much to see. The room is relatively empty, apart from the two slots just sitting there. Actually, these two are standing. There are no chairs, but they are just standing there, staring into space. Seem kind of identical to the two that you killed up above. And you see the remnants of like broken pieces of rotted wooden furniture and stuff that are just like decaying, and there's like hardly anything left of them.
These things have brains. We should check that out.
Maybe their brains were eaten. I will step back. You are welcome to check it out. How would we know that, though? Look,
Oh.
look
There'll
inside
be
their
a hole
ears.
in There'll be a hole in
Yeah,
their
the
head.
Bob or whatever.
The boss had a hole in his head.
Oh.
Yeah, want me to send Bobo see if there's a hole in their head?
Well, if there is, they can't hurt us.
Well, they were moving and breathing upstairs, you know,
That's true.
just frozen. Why don't we close this
Do they
door
look the
and
same
move
as they did before?
on? Yeah.
As far as she can tell, yeah, they seem to just be they're standing but not sitting, but they are just staring into space with their arms limp at their sides.
I think we close the door on them.
Just kill them. Get them out of here. Be easy fight.
Zorkris
We
wants
could just
level
close
8
the door
tonight.
if they're not going to attack us.
Should we just should we wreck them real quick?
Yeah, what if they wake up?
Alright, let's go on in, close the door behind us, and just maul them.
Wait, we're going in?
Yeah.
Oh,
There is no reaction to you guys entering the
they're
room.
being so non-responsive.
What is this thing? Like a broken bed?
Yeah, there's I had limited resources to work with, but there is little bits of broken, rotted wooden furniture around the room, and it looks like the remnants of a bed there in the corner. Long since disused.
Alright. Initiative? Or
You're closing the door behind you.
slashy
and-
slashy? Yeah, Wilros would motion to close the door behind.
All right. For the sake of not spending another half an hour beating these things to death,
We beat them to death.
they
Like one of us stares at the camera as we close the door.
they don't respond. They're the same case as earlier. They just stand there and take it, and you are able to
Go over and
quickly
check.
dispatch them.
Check their head. Is there a hole where their brain should be?
Make a medicine check.
Can I help?
I'd say you could check each one separately if you want to make a separate check.
Nope.
Zorkris. You notice almost imperceptibly, like you would have never seen this unless you were up close and personal, physically handling this thing's head. And you spot at the back of its neck, like just a the smallest incision that seems like it's been healed over.
In the back of their head.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's very small. It's nothing like what you saw with Kabaf, where the whole back of his head was like sucked out with his brain.
This guy's got a bigger head, though, right?
Much bigger, yeah.
Smaller brain, probably.
Getting better at it.
Something happened to this guy's brain.
I mean, it's too much of a coincidence. A hole, no matter how big, and then the way they're acting.
They're just paralyzed.
Are they all being controlled? Like,
Looks
so
like
when
it.
yeah, it looks like they may be ended up. I have a feeling like they are. Those weapons are for them. Like
They
a
use
mind
weapons.
controlled
We haven't seen
army.
them yet.
I'm feeling the weapons are for whom?
For them. Like, I mean, we know for sure that there's a mind flayer that's controlling, or whatever.
Richards would chime in and say, at least one mind flare.
Exactly. So. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the other rooms also have a couple of these in each room.
You have to clear them out just in case they do get commanded to wake up. They're all dead.
Right.
Go back out. You
Yeah.
want to end tier cave or you want to keep going?
Let's open the double door.
I wasn't sure how far you guys were gonna take this. I mean, I'm good to keep going for a bit more. I don't know if anybody else needs to leave immediately, so it's up to you guys. If anybody needs to leave, we'll
Like
end.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
If we get to a battle, I probably need to battle. But like,
Yeah, I would definitely end it there.
Definitely want a nice cliffhanger to go to bed with.
I think as soon as we open the doors and a room full of mind flayers, that's where.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
like good night.
Make it happen.
Alright, so let's open the door and let's go
Open the
out.
door and call it a day, yeah.
Around.
Now look, one more room.
for the double doors.
Wait, how did Rain get outside the door?
That's a good question. I like.
He
Did I
climbed
find-
under the door.
I'm small. Yeah.
He's little.
No.
Were you inside, or did I accidentally lock you out?
I was inside. Yeah.
That's
Somehow
what I
it
thought.
let me out. It was weird. I
Hmm.
couldn't arrow out, but I could drag mouse out.
Yeah, there was like a tiny little tiny little thing.
Half
Oh.
the
Open one
size
more
hole.
door, Lucas. Or Willows.
I'm not opening
Yeah, I want
it.
to check this door.
Not the double door, yeah, the one on left, yeah.
I'm gonna open
Alright.
this door slowly.
You're not perceiving first. You're just opening.
Nah.
All right. It also seems to
Big
be
old
unlocked.
red dum-dums. Ooh.
Oh, the blue ones.
How about these ones? Do they look dazed and confused?
There's no reaction to you opening the door. You see the same, like, little bits of broken furniture and stuff scattered about the room. And, yeah, they seem just standing there, staring into space, limp.
Let's kill him.
We do like what's the show where it like cuts to black and then comes back and everything's dead and Wilrose is just standing over a bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah, all right, so you're actually aiming to kill all these?
Wilrose looks back, winks at everyone,
All right. It
and then we all. No,
It-
maybe yes, no.
takes a bit of time with these ones. They're considerably tougher than two of the red guys. But yeah, you don't really have too much trouble. And after a couple minutes, you're able to whittle them down and take them out.
I'll open this door as well. Blood dripping from my sword,
Maybe.
or whatever. If they have blood, I don't know. ooze.
Do we check for the same?
It also
wounds?
opens to a slightly larger
Yeah,
room.
I guess, yeah, Arixis and Zorkos probably would have checked for wounds in the back of their heads as well.
I'd say now that you know what you're looking for, after a little bit of looking around, you're able to find similar incisions on them.
Probably like just making his mind flare stronger with each one that we kill, but YOLO.
It's the strongest mind.
Abe's like, just kidding, these are real. Luros is dead.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there's a million of them.
5 of them in
Yeah.
there.
A ton of them.
Kill, kill, kill.
All right, I
You
would
hear
say,
them.
as you're beginning to enter this room and
Uh-oh.
sizing up the situation, Rain, with your passive perception, you hear the sound of a voice on the other side of the double doors here.
I kind of raise my finger. Can I hear the voice?
With the metal doors and the stone walls, it's a little too hard to make out. Make a perception check if you want to like listen up against the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep up there and do a little bit of the old listen. 18.
It's a little too hard to make out through the stone door. You only hear one voice for sure. You're not hearing like a second half of the conversation. You just hear one person that like says a couple sentences, and there's a pause, and a couple more sentences, and a pause.
I'm like gesturing to the party, like, hey, there's something going on over here. What's up?
Wanna see what's going on there, or kill all these bad guys first?
What if we make a lot of noise killing the bad guys, and then whatever is talking hears us?
What if the thing turns them on because they're totally mind controlled right now?
Possible.
Or just run away?
Not far away. What do we
All right, what do you want to do?
What do we see of the words? No words specifically, just talking and not talking.
Yeah, I can't quite make it out,
Can't
but
quite
there's it's like there's a one-sided conversation happening on the other side of the door.
Well, since people are eating and talking to brains, we can assume we might not be able to hear both sides of the conversation.
I vote to get rid of these 5 blue guys if we can. Or we close the door. I don't know if they fit through the door.
All right. Yeah, I mean you can attempt to do that if that's what you like to do.
This is it.
Their
So we're closing these guys in?
I thought his suggestion was to kill them.
Oh. I mean, Luros is cool with that. Oh, look where I can stand.
Are you actually
Stuck.
passing through that wall? What the heck?
I'm like on the wall. I don't know, it's weird.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, you're just going like straight through it. Or are you dragging your token through the door first?
Oh, you know what it is? It's like, yeah, it's like if I go into the doorway, I could slide like into here. This like little crack between the doors, between the walls. I don't know. I can't do it again.
All right, well, stop sliding through walls.
Luros is a master. All right, we killing these things? Closing the door. I'm killing them. I don't care. Fade to black.
All right, is everybody going in?
Be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It takes a few minutes with this many, but you just stand there and take it. No reaction whatsoever. And you are eventually able to eliminate them all.
I think the My Player's in the double door. What do we
Yeah, should we make a quick round the outside and see if there's like other passageways or doors to this other area?
We trailer park girls go around the outside.
I mean, true RPG fashion, you don't go through the first set of double doors you find. You have to check every single door.
I'll tell you. Right, exactly.
Whoa, the big hallway that way.
Yeah.
A couple other hallways up
Quite a
here.
little big hallway this
Oh my
way.
god, more doors. Horror doors.
And we're probably gonna lead back around
Oh,
to adventure.
No, these... Yeah, this is door. But I don't think those line up with the double door. Maybe they might. I don't know.
Look, we could try the double door and then like come back around.
No, we know what's in the double door.
Will Rose just blast through with a drop kick in the door. No, I'm just kidding. Here's Johnny.
Once we open the door, we're in the middle of something.
that's how we end this, right?
All right. What do you guys want to do?
I guess open the double doors carefully and quietly-ish. Even though this thing knows we're here because it can read minds and sense our presence anyways.
We know it's
You
there,
don't know
so
that.
it's all good.
Because we butchered most of its minions.
All right. Still going off the stealth checks from earlier. Pass without trace lasts for an hour, so I'm still going off from that. You're still within that hour. You're able to open the door pretty stealthily. This one, maybe it's a bit more use, maybe it's a bit more care, but it seems to open like almost completely silently in comparison to the other ones, which seemed like they all made at least a little bit of noise. And just kind of peeking in, you do spot, and the token is not actually a commoner, but I just threw something down there. You spot a hooded figure with its back to you.
Only one of these doors opened, by the way.
I was like peeking through the crack.
Okay. Got it.
You spot a hooded and cloaked not commoner, but a figure with its back to you. You cannot make out its face at all. And in front of it is indeed a mind flayer. They don't seem to have noticed you.
So anyway, I started blasting. No, I'm just kidding. What are they like? I mean, I guess I'm just peeking through. Do I see what they're standing next to? It's like an altar or something?
With a quick glance around, immediately, you notice like what looks like a pedestal at the back of the room with another broken statue. Here, I'll open the door just all the way, but you spot a pedestal with what looks like probably another broken statue scattered around, and there's maybe some sort of altar that's been shattered and is just left in ruin in front of it.
Oh my.
And you now all, with the door cracked, it's a bit of a hushed conversation. So it's hard to make out exactly what they're saying, but you do indeed see this person conversing, and it seems to be a man conversing with the mind flayer. But you are only, again, not catching words, but you're only catching the spoken half of the conversation. It seems like there's a unspoken half from the mind flayer.
Oh boy.
Do you want to interrupt? Say hello? Is this where I park my car?
think that's where we'll end it, maybe.
Yeah.
As you stand
Deciding on
there,
to say hello or not to say hello.
as you stand there, peeking through the door, there's. It seems almost like there's a pause in the conversation, and you see the mind flayer kind of peer around the corner. You peer around the side of this hooded figure. And then they both vanish. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
All right then.
Wow.
Back to Hal Ruish.
I think with all those kills we got today, we should level up again.
That's what I said earlier. I think
Yeah,
Zerkus is just trying to
yeah.
farm XP here.
Well, I have to catch up. I didn't get my ASI.
Let me do some numbers real fast.
You all get 20 XP.
One for each kill. Yeah.
3,000 last week for mostly reds.
You can all add 1585. I'm not going to quite award full XP for the monster kills in this case,
Rigged.
but there is a considerable bonus to like encounter XP.
So 37,633.
Oh,
Can you say that
right.
again? Oh, you put it in the chat.
37,633.
I didn't do the math.
Nice,
so
another level. We
Justin's
did it.
purpose.
Oh yeah, it came up.
Yeah, done.
Hmm.
Dun.
Out of here, that was fun. Next week, I'm afraid.
A G? A G.
Oh wait, it's a level up?
No,
it was
No,
a level up.
they're
I was
just
gonna
kidding.
say that's
I'm
a
trolling.
level up for me.
That'd be awesome.
I was like, what are you saying? Okay.
You leveled up last week.
Special
right?
level for
I
the
think the
bars.
next one's 48.
Yeah. I was like,
All right, guys, that's going to do it for me and us tonight. We'll be picking up again next week with another episode and picking up where we left off here tonight in this temple. Should be interesting to, to see what they do on this next step. But yeah, thanks again for everyone for hanging out tonight, and I will catch you all later.